All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again. It's been a really busy last few months since I put out my last video, but I'm gonna start putting out one every other week so we can get updated. I saw something on other YouTube channels and on TV about Colin Kaepernick sitting out the national anthem, and there were a lot of people sending out hate messages his way, complaining about it, and they even changed the narrative of what he was even talking about. People turn it into he's disrespecting the troops. He never said anything about the military or the troops. And people talk about freedom. So if we're talking about freedom, the guy is exercising the freedom that this country allows you to exercise. He's sitting out on the national anthem, and people are outraged by that, So I don't want us to get distracted from the realities of what we have going on in this country. A lot of us, like somebody like me who's not originally from this country, we came to this country because of the freedom that people in America have. And if we have been told prior to coming to this country that something like what Colin Kaepernick did, you can do that in America and nothing can happen to you or get a backlash. In other countries, they might kill you. This is a sporting event, and if the national anthem, if the guy doesn't stand up and he gives us his reason why he's not standing up for the national anthem, I think that should be we should focus on what this guy is talking about, and try to solve that problem and make that the conversation instead of diverting from the actual thing, which is the guy's talking about brutality. I mean, it's understandable. Let's not make this a race issue. America is not immune to the human condition. This is more like a human condition than black and white. If you go to other places like Africa where people are more tribal, there's different tribes, and sometimes the dominant tribe oppresses the less dominant ones. This is very common. They discriminate against them, they oppress them, and a lot of the times when they rise up against the government, because they are the ones that put the policies in place. They are the ones that can make the change. So the same thing in America, what Colin Kaepernick is saying, his message is directed to the policymakers, not to ordinary people. So people are changing this into he's attacking white people. This shouldn't be a black and white thing. This should be a human condition. Most people make it seem like Colin Kaepernick is talking about himself being oppressed. That's not the case here. Yes, he's not oppressed, but he's saying that he's seeing people that look like him that are oppressed, and he wants to bring the conversation to the forefront so people can look forward to that and try to discuss how we are going to solve this situation. I saw a video about a guy that was talking about how he came from another country as a refugee. He thinks if Colin Kaepernick doesn't like it, he can move to another country. Well, that doesn't solve the issue. If you look at most black people, when they even speak up about what's going on, people tell them, why don't you go back to Africa? Where are they gonna go? I'm originally from Africa. I know where I can go. I chose to come to America. So if I don't like it in America, I can always go back. They don't have that leeway like I do. This is their country. They were born and raised. This is the place they know. Yes, granted, white America are in charge, and asking white people to give up power is unnecessary. It's unreasonable, because this is just how humans are. Nobody, a reasonable person would not say, oh, all white people should give up power. Absolutely not. That's not what anybody's asking for. But, I think what they're asking for is, yes, we know you are in power, but throw us a bone, give us some opportunities. That's all they're asking for. But saying, go to another country, that's not the solution. I want people to remember, people outside of America are watching what America does, and the examples that America sets, to be the champion for human rights. I noticed lately, as of late, a lot of people have been spewing hate, and we're all one people. We all need to come together. Let's listen to one another's experience. Let's not dismiss each other's experience. This is a great country where anything is pretty much possible for all of us. Somebody like me who's an immigrant, I've come to this country and made something great of myself. But I don't look at other people who don't have that opportunity as lazy or not knowing what's going on. Maybe I was lucky to have the education that most people don't have. So when they talk about their experience, let's listen to them. Like, some people would give you example about Chicago and say, oh, black on black crime, black people are not doing anything. Well, Chicago is part of the United States of America, the last time I checked. And if we continue on this path where we're talking about black and white, trust me, this country is gonna go down. It's going down the wrong path. The greatness of America is gonna go away, because you're marginalizing one group of people. You're talking about, oh, what about the crimes in Chicago? This is from government officials. It's the government's responsibility to keep its citizens safe. If we have people in Chicago shooting at each other, sometimes when I hear about it, I don't know how serious this is, but when I hear about it, it sounds like a war zone to me. If we think about it, that's not a black or white situation. It's a human condition, because people in Chicago, whether they are gang members or not, but let's just say gang members, they have the same access to make it to any other neighborhoods. If we do not educate these people, give them the skills that they need, do we want people amongst us who lack skills as adults to survive in one of the richest countries in the world? We do not want that. So let's take the time, before we sit behind the computer and write hate, let's listen. Let's listen to people's experience. Just because you listen doesn't mean that they are attacking you. What Colin Kaepernick is doing, everybody's like, oh, he should have done it. That's not the right venue. There's never a right venue to, express, your freedom. It's never a right venue. Everybody tells him that. Like, if you chose to do it at a different time, you can do that. But telling Colin Kaepernick, pretty much people are saying, you have to go with the tribe. That's that tribal mentality. And you know why places that are so tribal, why they are behind? Is because people are not thinking as individuals. And I notice a lot of people in America are beginning to adopt that. We need to stay away from that. So please, people, let's listen to what this man is saying, instead of just, dismissing what his motives are, or changing the narrative of the story. And, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, or if you don't like it, either way, it's fine by me. But I'm open to your comments, and if you disagree with me, let me know, and we can have a civil conversation about it. Thank you.